everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week we've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And Jimmy.
What's up, dogs?
It kind of sounded like
Cats.
Joe said, "Amen." We got Joe. Amen.
I've found Jesus.
Where was he?
He was just in my backyard, just chilling, waiting
Just waiting for Joe.
for me.
I knew one day you'd come out, Joe.
I saw 2 pairs of footsteps. And something. He carried me part of the way or something.
One, like in the snow.
I don't know. I couldn't hear him. He
One
was
was
like
you.
yelling from my backyard.
What?
Yeah, Joe said he found him, but he didn't say he went and talked to him.
Yeah.
You know.
Just closed all the blinds.
Could have been a hallucination.
Yeah, could have been.
Sure.
So, how's everybody doing? Everyone got their GameStop stock and stuff?
Oh, man. I wish. Could have let us know about that. Would have been nice.
I mean, if you were Redditing properly, Jimmy,
Yeah.
I guess you would have known.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, who knows how like this GameStop stock bet thing like turns over between here and Wednesday, but like at this point on Thursday, I'm just a little bit annoyed about how this GameStop thing just took over all of Twitter. Like there's just nothing else going on Twitter today except for GameStop. Like even like people in like wrestling Twitter are making GameStop jokes, and I'm just like, is there anything else going on?
Where did
Joe.
Bernie's mittens go?
Yeah. Give me more Bernie's Mittens memes.
It's just going to be a Bernie sitting outside of a GameStop, Joe. That's all you're going to get.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty fun and pretty insane, though, the whole thing. Especially now that I had, like, one of the, Robinhood? Like, one of those trading apps that you can do.
Yeah.
Like,
They
shut it down.
stepped in.
So you, which, you know, I mean, let's be honest. If it was the other way around, losing $70 billion, they probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They would have been like, no, this is free and fair now.
Yeah. Pretty sure there's a lot of legal going on. We'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm curious. I'm rooting for GameStop. I hope they just get to keep it all.
Yeah. Good on GameStop. Maybe GameStop, the store itself, comes out as a winner. And they just like open up a bunch of new stores.
Open up
Just
just
brick and mortars.
more brick and mortars during the pandemic.
That's what
You're-
we need. More GameStops in the world.
Yeah.
They just tank themselves again after giving this golden opportunity. No, they I think on their board of directors now, like as of a couple months ago, they have like the dudes from like Chewy, that like online pet store kind of thing.
We buy some Chewy.
Yeah, and so, you know, they're looking GameStop's looking good. Buy GameStop stock, everyone.
If
You heard it
can.
here first. You heard it here
You know.
last.
You know, I think it started off the day at like 500 and it ended at like 250. So it's coming down a little bit.
I
but-
feel like we like legally have to say that we're not giving financial advice.
Oh no, this is jokes. This is jokes.
Purely entertainment, but seriously, get on that. You'll be sorry. Trust us.
Oh, man. Who knew it was this easy to manipulate the stock market besides everybody on Wall Street for the last 45 years? Now we know. Well, what's this show about instead of being your premier financial advice podcast?
I like how I complained about this GameStop thing being everywhere, and then we just start off this show with talking about that.
Yeah, you dove into it after that, you know. You were like,
Yeah.
it's everywhere. Let's talk about this.
But it's a TV pod. We take a TV show, usually a show we haven't seen, or at least haven't seen all the way through, and watch the first episode, get a little taste of it, and then skip straight to the end and watch the finale, and then judge it based on just that.
So
Correct.
harshly.
It's the
When you
short
said-
stock of TV.
Hey.
probably not true.
I can't imagine that analogy works out.
Yeah. From the number of threads that I've read on Twitter today, that's what I know.
So you haven't learned much.
I'll short you.
What? Joe, it's your show, right? You picked the show today?
I did. This actually, I think it's a viewer suggestion. Because
Thank you, listener.
Yeah, thank you, mystery listener. If Jimmy knows exactly who this was, then we can give the credit. But
okay. Yep.
today I've picked The Man in the High Castle.
Ooh. Nazis.
So
Nazi
you said
time.
in your description, like, we haven't seen this, but sometimes, or we haven't seen all of it. Have you seen some of this, Joe?
I've seen, there's 4 seasons, and I watched the full first season.
Okay. I thought maybe that
But-
was foreshadowing.
Yeah, no.
I've definitely seen some of this show, but like maybe I've seen an episode or two. Maybe it was the first episode. I don't have any idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. So
Yeah.
everything that I'm gonna see today, I'm sure if I've seen it, my mind won't remember. So
Yeah.
that's
Jimmy,
where
what
I'm
have
at.
you seen?
0% castles.
Are you aware of it?
I've heard of it. I mean, I think it's a Hulu show, isn't it? Because I feel like
It's Amazon.
it is. Okay, one of those.
Yeah. And this was it premiered in 2015, and it was kind of when they were just starting to get into original shows and entertainment. Like I think they had some movies in the works, but like this was kind of one of their big first spends. Which and like by the description of the show, like it makes sense because it's very high concept. The concept is what if the U.S. lost World War II? What if the Allied powers won World War II? And like that's an easy way to just like sell a show. Like that's sure. Let's give whoever these guys are millions and millions of dollars to make this show because you could describe it in one sentence. Also, we're
Yes,
Amazon
quick
and
pitch.
we're Amazon and we print money, so who cares?
Not Jeff Bezos, that's for sure. Yeah. So, and then it's I'm pretty sure it takes place in America, right? The not so maybe United States anymore of America.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's at least German occupied to some extent. Is it Japanese occupied? Italian? Is there Mecca Mussolini's in this show?
I don't know. I feel like I don't want to say.
Okay. I don't either.
I think just just that it didn't turn out well for the Americans. That's
Right.
That's about it.
I mean, I guess I would assume from what I think the show is that it's like in America, it's probably, and I think that it is occupied by the Axis powers now.
Mhm.
And what is it? I don't even know what year do I think this takes place in? Like the 50s, 60s, 70s?
I'm feeling 50s personally, like right after.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty quick.
Seems like good. It seems like you don't want cell phones in this. That's what I'm basically getting at.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely before cell phones, and I'm assuming that it sets up the atmosphere and how things are going. Probably a twist. The beginning starts off and it seems like normal everyday America, pre-pandemic, and pre-pandemic, pre-cell phones, and that's what it feels like. And then maybe like a couple minutes in, it's kind of like after the person gets done ordering their ice cream cone, they turn around and there's just a huge like swastika on the wall, and everyone's chill.
Yeah. They just
Even though
salute it.
everyone knows Nazis going in. That's like the one thing I would think everyone would know about this show going in is like Nazis,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I'm sure we'll meet some sort of resistance factor at some point in this episode, because I feel like that's probably the
Hope so.
driving like thing in this show.
Yeah,
fighting
it just
back.
it can't be all Nazis, right? You gotta have like someone to cheer for.
Yeah. It's just a show of like how the Nazis live in America, and that's it.
Yeah.
You're having a great time, and
It's just and it's just bureaucratic bullshit.
they're just like, we're gonna town. The new Dusseldorf wants a levee built. Can we
Yeah.
vote? Get the town council to get together, see if they want that. Heil Hitler. Blah blah blah.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Oof.
Hitler at this point is some sort of in this show, even I bet he's some sort of like L. Ron Hubbard figure, right? Like some sort of like almost maybe religious head
Oh, for sure.
of like a movement.
Yeah, because I mean, shit was already getting weird with the Nazis, and then to think that they would have won, yeah, you'd
Mhm.
think that Hitler would be some sort of demigod.
Holy shit, Joe! Blimps! I'm gonna see a blimp in this show, aren't I?
Snap!
Oh
So many
man!
blimps. So
But am
many
I gonna?
blimps.
But am I gonna see one in the finale?
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe
no.
not.
God, I hope so. I just thought about that. Way to go, Joe. Good choice.
Wow,
Hopefully,
the dream is alive.
it's alive.
Thank you, Nazis.
Thank
I think I
you,
maybe just
Nazis.
think like
Josh thinks.
the
you.
writer. I'm not thinking no. No. Thank you, thank you,
You
Nazi
did-
blimp makers.
To steal a joke, you do not have to give it to the Nazis.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I would prefer not to. My other question, I guess, is, there's always like fiction kind of and like real life stuff about how the Nazis did a lot of like weird experimentation, and how we wouldn't have like some technologies and whatnot if it wasn't for their crazy ass fucking scientists and
Mhm.
stuff. So I'm wondering if maybe we get some like weird stuff, like almost science fiction-y things happening at some point in this TV show.
Yeah, we should note that the show is based on a novel by Philip K. Dick, who is
Okay.
one of the most renowned sci-fi writers. So
Hell, okay. All right.
yeah, so definitely opportunity for some sci-fi elements in here, and not just alternate reality.
Nice.
All right. I've asked all my pondering questions. What are yours, Jimmy?
Mine, I think so. I feel like I'm confusing this. It's good to know that this is based on a book. I feel like, was there a James Franco movie about this like exact same premise at this around this time, or maybe the other
127 hours.
Franco? Ugh, no, but that was oof.
Hang on,
I'm
I'm googling James Franco Nazi, and I'll let you know what comes up.
Oh God.
is James Franco a Nazi? I guess I'm trying to decide if this is like the 50s. Does that mean it's going to be like sunny California Nazi? Is it going to be like Midwest Nazi? Or are we just going to go straight to
Fargo
New York?
Nazi? Is that what you're going with?
Fargo Nazi. I'm trying to picture the 50s like TV, which would be very like feel very Midwest and like Pleasantville. Or like, are they going to be like, they got to be chasing after the Jews? So like, is a borough going to be a concentration camp? It's going to be like the Bronx is a concentration camp. Some city or something is going to be a concentration camp. Could be Minneapolis.
No, they wouldn't do that to us.
Yeah, just for the record, the James Franco show you're thinking of is 11/22/63. And that's
is it?
It's not an alternate
JFK.
reality. Yeah. It's not an alternate reality. It's a
Oh.
guy goes back in time to prevent the Kennedy assassination.
That's a show?
That's a show on
Yeah.
Hulu starring James Franco.
Is it over?
I
It
believe
might have
so.
been a miniseries. It's only 8
I think
episodes.
it was a miniseries. Yeah, I think it was a miniseries, and I'm pretty sure I watched all of it.
Well, fine. Never mind.
It was I think it's based on a Stephen King book.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's
Books
good.
Make
You
of
should
the,
watch it.
Make of the shows.
Yeah, it's a book.
Books
so
make
good
the
show.
shows.
All right. Well, should we just get into this first episode?
Probably.
Sure.
All right. So we'll find out if it's in the 1950s, and if it's not, all of Jimmy's thoughts are going to be ruined here. It's going to be in like 2099. First
God.
episode of The Man in the High Castle. It premiered on January 15th, 2015, and it's called The New World. We'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of The Man in the High Castle, called The New World. Jimmy, do you have a write-up?
Sure do. In 1962, Nazi-occupied New York. In 1962, that doesn't make sense. Joe Blake volunteers to serve the resistance by driving a truck to the neutral zone in the Rockies. In Japan-occupied San Francisco, Juliana Crane, right? Yeah. Receives a package from her sister Trudy, only later to see her shot by the Japanese police. Juliana discovers the package contains impossible footage of the Allies winning World War II. Her boyfriend Frank urges her to go to the police to plead her innocence. However, Juliana lies to him and instead heads to the neutral zone to deliver the film in Trudy's place. A woman attempts to steal the film, but escapes only with decoys. Japanese Trade Minister Nabusaki Tagami?
Yeah, Tagomi, I
Something?
think.
Tagomi?
Mm-hmm.
Meets the Nazi ambassador Hugo Rice to finalize the details of a visit to San Francisco by the Japanese Crown Prince. Later, Tagomi meets Rudolf Wagner, maybe, a high-ranking Nazi official pretending to be a Swedish businessman.
Are you talking about Rudolf Wagner? I don't know if that was his name.
I don't know, something like that. Joe and Juliana meet and become friends in Cannon City in the neutral zone. In San Francisco, the Japanese police begin searching for Juliana because of her connection to Trudy. Blake calls SS, Obergruppenführer Smith, revealing that Blake is secretly working for the Nazis. Much to our chagrin.
Not
Oh,
Joe
Blake's
Blake.
Joe Blake. Well, I mean, he has two first names. He can't be trusted.
Yeah.
And boom, there it is. That's right. So, number one, the Japanese ambassador guy,
Yeah.
that's Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat, the movie.
Hell
I
yeah.
just want to point that out immediately.
Hell
He might start stealing souls in this show. Could
Could
you
be.
imagine?
It's possible.
That'd be a
yeah.
Man in the High Castle Mortal Kombat crossover. Changing my predictions to something else.
Yeah, so is there anything else you want to say about this plot?
My curiousness is my first thing I was thinking is like, what are these videotapes or the film
Yeah.
reels?
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know.
Obviously, they're like our realities, real life stuff. You
Yeah,
know,
that's really the most supernatural / science fiction element. I guess not really science fiction, but just weird supernatural thing going on at this point is, aside from the Axis winning World War II, there's also these reels of film that Juliana has in her possession that she got from her now deceased sister that show what looks like our universe because it like the Allies win,
Right.
and they're showing like the Japanese surrender, things like that. So yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have theories on what that is? Is that actually another universe, or is it all just
Yeah,
fake stuff?
her boyfriend Frank was like, "Oh yeah, they just make fake movies to make it look like we won." Like his thoughts on the situation were, "Yeah, that's just a movie. Like it's just fake." You know, like the moon landing.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
and
and he says that they're made by someone called the Man in the High Castle.
yeah, he said, "Oh yeah, the man. That's why do you have one of those
Clearly.
Man in the High Castle films?" He said specifically, he's a man who makes anti-fascist movies. That's basically how he described him. I was like, "Oh, he's like the Wizard of Oz, kind of."
The Man in the High Castle, something
Yeah.
like that.
I mean,
I assume that we
Yeah.
find out that that's played by James Franco.
He is the
Because I'm still
titular
confused.
Man in the High
he's the Man in the
Castle.
High Castle.
Yeah.
I like the idea that it's a parallel, like somehow like a video from a parallel dimension or world or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's how we get a little sci-fi. I mean, I guess I don't think we have to get sci-fi-y,
Mm-hmm.
really. I mean, I think the alternate history is probably enough. But if I had a bet, because I don't have it as my prediction, so if we're gonna do footage bets, I'm gonna say alternate dimension.
Mm-hmm. I will say that from what I remember, because I've watched the first season, and from what I
Okay.
remember of what I saw, it's still not clear what those films are, and there are more of them discovered and shown, and they show things that are obviously not occurring in their universe. But yeah, it's still not really clear. So I guess
Excellent.
if we find out in the finale, I'll find out along with you guys.
I got predicts. But yeah, anything else? So the movies are called Grasshopper Lies Heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that's referring to.
Yeah, big
But-
old grasshopper.
Big old grasshoppers, and we see Joe underneath his truck, discovering that he just knows that his job. This guy Don Warren gave him this. He convinced him to give him this job for the resistance.
Mm-hmm. And Joe's starting out in New York. Juliana was in San Francisco, which is under like Japanese control. And she made her way to like the neutral zone with these films. And then we start out with Joe in New York, meeting up with this resistance leader.
Yeah, and he's so he's gonna drive this truck that he full of something, and he's trying to figure out later in the episode. He's trying to figure out what is in there because he's stopped at some sort of checkpoint, and he can tell that they're gonna search his stuff, and then he finds underneath the truck this video with the same Grasshopper Lies Heavy
Mm-hmm.
on it.
Really, really quick, I Googled The Grasshopper Lies Heavy, and it is a book published independently in 2015. So, like, right around the time that this came out. I don't know if maybe this isn't have anything to do, but it's kind of weird because it seems like it takes place in 1966, a century after the Confederate States of America won the Civil War. The Cold War rages, and the Soviets control the West Coast. The British have the colonies. And the Confederacy powder keg is in the middle. So it is a different alternative universe thing.
Fantastic.
So, but you don't know if it's related to like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, because like it seemed like that came out in July of 2015,
Mm-hmm.
and this show came out in January.
Is it the same
So-
author?
It says it's Chandler Duke
Hmm.
is the person who came up with it. I think that's right.
All right. Chandler Duke. Did you recognize, Josh, Juliana Crane?
No, I did not.
That's Alexa Davalos, who's in Chronicles of Riddick. You call yourself a Vin Diesel fan.
You saw through. You found me out, Jimmy. I'm not as diehard.
I think it was last week or the week before. Listeners will, I'm sure, tell us that you said that about the sergeant from Fast
I
and
know
Furious.
I know I declared.
Every
me-
week I'm going to try to find a degree of someone who was in a Vin Diesel film and ask you about it.
We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll catch up on my Vin Diesel lore, and I'll catch you in your trying to catch me. So Hitler's
see.
alive.
He's on his way out.
Apparently,
They're making him sound like the good guy in this episode. Because, like, he's sick. He's one guy who I'm pretty sure was in a teen movie in the early 2000s was saying that he's claiming that Hitler has Parkinson's.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys recognize that guy? Road Trip, right?
Yeah, DJ
Not the kid
Qualls.
from Road Trip? Yeah.
You talking about the guy that like came into the bar when it was?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in at Supernatural. His name is he plays
he
a
is?
hunter in Supernatural. So
DJ
that's
Qualls.
That's where I get him
From Road Trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh, he's he's saying that Hitler has Parkinson's and he's gonna die. And the next up to bat, everyone's more afraid of this guy, which is
and
pretty sad if you're being compared to Hitler.
Yeah.
yeah, and the Japanese ambassador when he was meeting with that German guy, like secretly, they were like, yeah, Hitler's got like 6 months to live, and it's pretty much decided that like Germany is gonna like take over or do something bad to the Japanese part of the United States.
Mm-hmm. It essentially means that once Hitler dies, it's going to be war.
Yeah.
Pretty much guaranteed war, because the next people in line for power on the German side are just hungry for. They didn't think it was a good plan to divide up the United States in two and make a deal with the Japanese. So they kind of want to just wipe out the Japanese and take over the whole United States.
It does seem, I mean, nothing's good about any of this for obviously any of the like United States people from the before times, but it does seem like living in like the Pacific Japanese area seems a little better, like a little bit better integrated than the like you should be scared when you're anywhere in the like Nazi controlled section of America.
Yeah. There's a couple things
Just
just like anecdotally in this first episode that like hint at that, where on the Pacific side and the Japanese, like there's some sort of like with the younger generation more acceptance of the Japanese culture, and they mention stuff about the Japanese being interested in American culture. But there is still like a secret police that the Japanese have, right? That they're looking for resistance fighters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas on the American side, like when Joe gets
Nazi side.
on the Nazi side, there's a part where I forget why the cop is helping out Joe. He gets a flat tire or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like raining ash, and Joe's just like, "Oh, what's this all about?" And like the cop mentions like, "Oh, we're close to the hospital, and on Wednesdays they just like burn up all like the like mentally ill and like terminally ill because they're just like a drag on the state."
Yeah, which is that part terrified me more than any other like thing of like this show, which is about if we lost and Germany took over the whole country. Like
Yeah.
the fact that part rang so true to how that's how like quickly things can go south, you know, like
Yeah.
you just accept that.
Yeah, the cop just sort of said it matter-of-factly, and he's like, "Yep, it's just, the ashes of the dead raining down on you. See ya. Enjoy your egg salad."
Yeah, I was like, cover up your sandwich, bro. Cover it up.
That's people.
Yeah. I like that they built up, like tensions between both like American citizens that have been around or just are still there and don't want to be ruled over anymore and like are becoming a resistance, like that section. And then they also are taking the time to be like, there's also people that are in control that are now like worried and about to fight as well.
Mhm.
So there's definitely multiple fronts that this story's coming in, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's essentially 4 like storylines in the pilot. You get Juliana, discovering these films and trying to figure out what her sister was getting into. You have Joe going on this like secret mission and like figuring stuff out along the way, and then us finding out that he's actually working with the Nazis at the end. And then the third one that we have talked about was like the political intrigue about Japanese and German upcoming war potentially, and both sides trying to work it out. And then the fourth one that we haven't talked about yet is this guy Obergruppenführer, which I think that's his like title, which I think is probably just like assistant to the general manager, but in German or something.
But for Nazis.
Yeah, but it's this guy. I don't even know that we're given his name, but his name is John Smith.
Yeah.
And he's essentially like a Nazi officer, not unlike what's the name of the character from Inglourious Bastards, where he's like very smart and well spoken, but also like a brutal Nazi.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that God, what's his name? Now I can't even remember the
Isn't
actor's
his
name.
name Christoph Waltz?
Yes,
Yeah,
the
the guy who
Christoph
Waltz
Waltz
plays.
character. And so like his storyline, just for short, is like he, is on the tail of the resistance leader that gives Joe Blake his mission, and he's in charge of like trying to get information out of him via torture, but he knows all of the information already. He's just torturing him for the sake of torture and to send a message to the resistance leaders. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you guys thought of him. It seems like because he speaks like perfect English, I assume that he's an American that somehow rose up the Nazi ranks.
Yeah, I mean his name is he's John. If his name is John Smith,
Yeah, that too.
like that's like a. Seems like maybe he is an American.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like messed up if he was like he fought in the war and then he just became like a Nazi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also the Obergruppenführer thing.
Mhm.
It's the highest rank, commissioned rank in the SS, with the exception of the Reichsführer held by Heinrich Himmler, which is the really bad one.
Okay. So,
So
he's
he's
maybe
like-
like a high up like general, like tops of the military, but maybe not a political leader or something.
Yeah, it seems he's just like super high up SS officer that can probably just do whatever he wants
Mm-hmm.
and be as cruel and awful a human as anyone can imagine.
Yeah.
I recognize him from something. Apparently he's English.
I could see that.
And was in A Knight's Tale.
Yeah. He's English, so that's why he can speak perfect, has a perfect American accent.
Yeah.
Joe,
They're so good at that.
when you were watching the first season, did they ever explain what the accident with Juliana was?
I don't remember that at all.
Because
So
her
if they
boyfriend at one
did-
point said, he's like, they just can't get you down, like not even a bus or something like that. And I was
Yeah.
like, did she get hit by a bus?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They hint at some sort of accident where she was kind of like laid out for a while, but now she's like back up doing Aikido and like she's not working yet, but she's like looking for a job.
She seems completely fine.
Yeah.
Other than them saying the accident, there would have been nothing to me to like think there was anything wrong with her. So
Yeah.
and I don't even believe them, I don't think. I was just wondering if I feel like the quote unquote accident is not going to last 4 seasons and be involved in the last episode. So
Mhm.
I kind of assumed that was something they would just spill eventually.
So, what do you guys think? Are there parts of the story that you're more interested in?
Yeah, I mean, overall, I like this, and I would roll right into the second episode
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I think this is a good show. Alternate history's fun. Hopefully sticking it to the Nazis is going to be fun eventually. So, I mean, I guess in the end, if the Nazis win again, then that might be a little sad. I feel like I wasted 4 seasons, but so far I'm in. And yeah, I think I'm more into the what's going to happen when Hitler dies. That's like the part I'm interested in right now. Out of like, that's my top one. I think they're all cool though.
Mm-hmm.
You want to just see stuff go sideways and the
I
world burn.
I just want to see Hitler die, Jimmy.
That's fair. I was really hoping for more of Frank's boyfriend Frank's subplot of making and selling jewels. I don't think we're gonna see that. I think he's dead.
Oh no, what was his name? Frank?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a guy that like works in a factory but used to be some sort of like jeweler or something. And like, yeah, just because it's like occupation times, like it's just not really job opportunities for like an artist right now.
Yeah. There's a whole scene where he brings like his mechanic like foreman as his like jewel drawings, rural juror. And he turns him down, and he's like, it's just like wah wah. It's like, is this scene necessary at all?
Stop trying to make jewels happen, Frank. I mean, Joe, you watched a season, I guess, of the show. Why did you stop?
So this show came out in 2015. And I think I watched it either when it came out in 2015 or somewhat, early 2016. And yeah, I was intrigued in a lot of the political intrigue of what's going on with Hitler and like the power struggle and what does that mean for trying to prevent a war. And also like the sci-fi stuff that they hint at with like the films and alternate universes. I was intrigued by all of that. I really like grew to hate Joe Blake. I think watching this first episode again, I think it's the actor himself. I think he's just a bad actor, but because I was struggling when I watched it the first time, I was struggling between, do I not like this actor or do I just not like the way this character is written? Because he's the first character we see. And so we're supposed to be on his side because he's just the first guy we see. And people are explaining things to him. So like we see ourselves in him, but then at the end of the episode, he's revealed to be working with the Nazis. So we're just like, wait a second, fuck this guy. I mean, what? But like, but like they play with that throughout the whole first season of like, is this guy working with the Nazis or is he some sort of double agent? We don't really know. And it's like, because of that, he's so just like in between and just like blank. Like you can't really read anything from this guy. And then the actor plays him with just like zero charisma, which I feel like is maybe a choice because you're not trying to hint at he's an evil guy or he's a good guy, but it's just zero. So when this guy shows up on the screen, I'm just like, why am I wasting my time watching this? Like, this is not entertaining.
Man.
So that was kind of my, my feelings on season 1 is like, I was really intrigued with some of it, but really annoyed by this one guy. And then I don't really remember. Oh, well, for like the show thing is I watched the next season came out the following year in like December 2016. And I watched the first episode and I remember there was some specific plot thing that pissed me off. And I can't remember what it is now. It was something like there was a boat that I was really excited about what the plot developments were on this boat. Cause I don't know if like something bad was happening to Joe Blake or something, but like there's a boat and I was like, fuck yeah, this boat rules. And then the boat blew up and I was like, okay, I don't think I can watch this show anymore if they're not going the boat route. It was something like that. I don't remember. But another thing was, so 2015 or, even early 2016, like my mindset is a lot different than like just after November 2016. Like just after November 2016, I'm like way less interested in like watching a show about, hey, what if the Nazis were in charge? I'm just out. Which is telling that now that it's, January 2021, I'm like, hey, whatever happened to that show about the Nazis? I could watch that again.
Whatever happened to Nazis? Remember those?
Now that the Nazis finally
Oh.
aren't in charge, let's watch
As
one.
far as we know.
Yeah.
Should we get into predictions now?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, we should probably do that. Jimmy, why don't you go first?
Okay. Wow. Number one, I think Trudy kills Joe.
Trudy's already dead.
So, well, okay, she's calling herself Trudy. Juliana.
Juliana.
Okay, that
She
girl.
took
Juliana.
on the name
Jules.
Trudy after
Jules.
she left. Jules, yeah. Okay, but then I obviously I want to think the Nazis are defeated. So America wins.
Okay.
Then I think JFK becomes president, having
Ooh.
never been assassinated,
Because it would be 66
because it
potentially.
would be the mid 60s, and he would have never been president and been killed. He was in World War II also, so that also suggests that he survived. Or I guess if there's a time. Okay, anyway, number
Yeah.
4.
The timeline lines up, though. You're right.
Right. So then number 4, I think time travel. I think maybe less interdimensional, whatever, more just like DeLorean, like somebody effed up with. They have the tapes because that's what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
Hot tub time machine.
Somebody time machined it,
Cool.
effed it all up.
Nice. I'm gonna do mine now. I bet this first one's gonna be wrong, but I wrote it down. Hitler isn't dead. ...
Mm,
But I wouldn't call him human
Okay.
anymore.
undead.
Werewolf.
I think that potentially Hitler does like end up dying in the show from his disease or whatever, and then things would probably continue in for this like the nations fighting, like the Second American Civil War in a way of Japan versus Germany on American soil. And I think Hitler is around, but he's like maybe he's a head in a jar and he's like still alive, or
Yeah.
like they uploaded his consciousness into a supercomputer or something. Like Hitler in a way is around, but like he's not his like living body
Yeah.
as a whole anymore. We'll
He
know
just-
it when we see it.
He just comes back like Palpatine in episode 9.
Yeah.
It make just as much sense.
It'd probably make more sense actually. And then so number 2, I think along the same lines is Japan and the U.S. team up in resistance, like the U.S. resistance and Japan like team up. They figure it out. They figure out that Germany is too big of a like they're too bad and too risky now that so they're on each other's side to
Okay.
get rid of Germany. I think Juliana is still in this show, and she then dies in a grand gesture of either love or duty to her country.
Interesting.
So it's some sort of she's dying for it's not like she just gets shot like unceremoniously or something. She sacrifices herself in some sort of grand gesture.
Okay.
And then number 4, dear God, let it happen. There's a blimp or a Zeppelin. There's a floating thing in the sky, probably Nazi owned, but
Oh man. Yeah.
that's the 4th one. Blimp.
Well, there's a shot. There is a shot.
There is a shot.
I have that Juliana has a child. I don't know why. I just think that having a child in this world would like raise the stakes. I have that Obergruppenführer Smith is a like full-on resistance fighter.
Resistance fighter now.
Yeah, he's a full-on resistance guy. No longer Nazi high up. He's given it up. Similar to a prediction Jimmy had, but just more general, I guess, is I had that a member of the Kennedy family is a prominent politician. So not necessarily JFK and not necessarily president, but some member of the Kennedy family is a politician somewhere. And then I don't know whether it's a advanced German technology thing or a time jump to the future, but I think we see someone playing video games.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it. I want to see it. I want to see someone get that high score.
On Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah. I was thinking like Mortal Kombat. That's what they're playing. I hope the Japanese ambassador is playing Mortal Kombat. He's playing Shang Tsung. Okay, well let's watch this final episode. I guess the whole fourth season came out on November 15th, so that doesn't really matter. The last episode is called Fire from the Gods. Episode 10 of season 4. That's the final one. Ended in 2019. So, we'll watch that, and we'll be back after that. All right, everybody, we're back from the final episode of The Man in the High Castle. It was called Fire from the Gods. Do you have a write-up, Jimmy?
Yeah. Just going to read the Amazon thing here. On the brink of an inevitable Nazi invasion, the BCR brace for impact as Kido races against the clock to find his son. Shildon offers everything he has to make his way back to Yukiko. Helen is forced to choose whether or not to betray her husband as she and Smith travel by high-speed train to the portal with Juliana and Wyatt lying in wait to blow them up.
Oh, that's that. Yeah. I suppose it doesn't finish it.
Right.
Yeah, and then so Smith he's the same guy from the first episode then, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's that guy?
He's raised in the ranks.
He's like number one American Nazi, basically, it seems.
Top Nazi.
Yeah, he's top Nazi. He's definitely still getting orders from Berlin or something. And it seems like they were starting to enact a plan to essentially invade the West and take it over.
Mm-hmm.
So Hitler must have died.
Right. Helen finds the plans to build concentration camps in the Pacific West where the Japanese have control.
Yeah, I thought a lot of this episode was Helen and John Smith and their family. Was it not?
A lot of it was. We had them. We had Juliana and some folks in the Resistance, and then we had this Black American Resistance thing going on.
I had wondered if that Black American movement had somehow taken power in the West. Because
they were in was that San Francisco? Or they were?
I wasn't sure, but when they were showing the bombing raid coming at the end, they didn't show Japanese defending. It was that town of Black Americans.
Yeah.
Right.
I was trying to figure out if that was farther west or that was in the neutral zone.
Right.
That they
it
were,
kind of
starting
looked
to go
like
into.
neutral zone, but you would think that there would have been something in San Francisco or something else out west. So it made me think that that they were somehow in power. But yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell. Because there was stuff going on with I forget the name of the Japanese guy, but he was the Japanese inspector from the first episode.
Yeah.
Oh, Shang Tsung.
Kido, I think.
Kido.
Oh no, not this.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Shang Tsung was the ambassador.
Yeah. Where when he was threatening someone else, he was talking about going back to old times or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like there's been some sort of shift in the West.
Yeah, there's definitely something different. Oh, before we keep going, I looked it up, and that the reels that were called the Grasshoppers Heavy Steps or whatever it was, that's the title of a book inside of the book of The Man in the High Castle. It's there. I just happened to find like some other dude who wrote a book
Called
in
the
real
same
life
thing.
called that.
Grasshopper lies heavy.
Yeah, that's it's talking about that. So just wanted to
Interesting.
get that right.
I don't know. The Wikipedia just says that the invasion was on the Pacific states, and that it was halted by Smith's second in command, General Whitcroft, who symbolically throws away his Nazi thing.
I mean, we all know that, like, basically what happened was then that guy got murdered and the Nazis just kept fighting them, right? Like,
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's like saying, like, after the president dies, the vice president's like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. And everybody else is like, oh, yeah, that's cool. So the next person would just be like, cool, now I'm in charge.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't dissolve, but they still might, like, surrender the war.
Yeah, and at least delay stuff for sure. That's the first thing I thought for some reason when that happened. And then what's going on with this other worlds portal thing?
Don't know.
Yeah, thousands of people seem to just be inexplainably walking through this portal into this world, which seems strange to walk into this hellscape.
Yeah, the
from
portal,
wherever you're from.
The portal
What
opens.
world are you coming from?
Opens and closes the finale. The first thing we see in the show is like this dark tunnel, and then like a beam of light appears, and then it goes into like the show proper, and then the last scene is like the resistance fighters going up to the tunnel, and then it opens up and all of these people come through, and they say something like, where are they coming from? And someone else says everywhere, and it's like kind of a happy thing, but
Yeah, it couldn't be more vague for someone who hasn't seen the show, though.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Say Pittsburgh or something.
they're from Pittsburgh. Remember when Pittsburgh was leveled? These are the people that died there, and they're alive now.
They were in this
This
energy
is the thing we've
tube
been
then.
working on all season, and it's resolved. Cool, thanks.
Yeah, and also inexplainably, Stephen Root from he's in everything, but I love him in News Radio. James, the man so nice they named him twice.
Have you seen a stapler in Office Space?
Yeah, he's also Office Space. Just so many things, but he just walks off into the portal like against the stream of people.
Yeah, right. Where's he going? Is he going everywhere?
I guess he's just going everywhere. He's gonna go live a life.
Part of
somewhere
me-
else.
Part of me honestly thought at some points during this, are we in the same world that the season 1 episode 1 was in? Like, are we in the same
I think
America?
so.
Like, did somebody transfer dimensions?
I think so because of the way Smith was talking about with his wife about seeing his like dead child in some other world and bringing him back, and she's like, "No, dude, that's insane."
Yeah,
That seems
she was
crazy.
right though. That is insane. So yeah, I kind of thought that too, but it did make me think about it every once in a while. Like during the thing at the end, I feel like I was like, yeah, we're where we were. What is this frickin' portal thingy?
Yeah, I'm
And
into
how
it.
is it utilized during the show? Because
We got
so,
portals
that's-
to other worlds.
I mean, it seemed like, yeah, Joe, like you said, like when the people came through, they were like, they're from everywhere, and everyone seemed like happy, like it was a good thing. so in that, and then I guess that made me go, okay, well, this feels like I guess this does kind of feel like a finale for sure. Like the big bad guy died,
Mm-hmm.
the bombing stopped, and then a bunch of people came out of a wormhole,
Mm-hmm.
and people were happy about it, seeming like concluding a bunch of different things.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I just got a lot of questions that I want answered.
Yeah, Juliana's having visions somehow.
She's a ghost.
She's a vision ghost.
She's a vision ghost.
I think, well, I mean, one of my questions is what happened to Joe and Frank, who were like the two main like protagonist dudes
Yeah.
from the pilot, and I know from the first season. Joe
Yeah,
Blake.
neither one were in this, right?
Yeah, I mean, Joe Blake was in it in like one of Juliana's visions, briefly.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, he was
Huh.
like, she was like walking through the tunnel and like he shoots her.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like Joe Blake was like, you know, essentially like protagonist A or protagonist 1B of the pilot, and Frank was at least, you know, the boyfriend of protagonist 1A, and it's just like they're both just gone. And Juliana's like holding hands with that other dude now.
Yeah.
Which for someone
she-
who didn't really like the Joe Blake character, like I'm much more interested now, knowing that he's gone.
You know, he might go away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's-
inexplicably gone. It's not. I think she called that other dude her husband at some point as
Mhm.
well. So, super gone. Frank.
Yeah.
I mean, Frank is super gone. Yeah.
The two like politicians, ambassadors from the German and Japanese side that we met in the pilot, and that I know are big parts of the first season, they're both gone.
Makes me wonder what, like, how, if they like got away from source material or something at some
Mhm.
point. Like, I wonder how, like, just watching this, I can't imagine the book ends like this.
Mhm.
You know, it's just seems super random.
Well, it's only one book too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, 4 seasons, and for one book, you're making a lot of other stuff up on the side, you know, or you're potentially completing the book and then continuing the show.
Doing,
You know.
doing
Right.
a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, like maybe they finish the book in season 2
Yeah.
or something.
Little throne game.
I read that this was originally like pitched as a 4 mini series kind of thing. And like 10 episodes, although they're an hour long. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm more
Well-
interested in the book than I am the show.
Oh, well, I'm pretty interested in this show, I think. I think this might, unless Joe Blake scares me off as I'm watching season 1, I think I'm interested in this. I think
Nice.
I'm going to dive in at some point. I guess, Jimmy, you've potentially spoken. What, you want to read the book instead?
I mean, I liked this finale felt a little different to me too. Like it looked different. I don't know if you noticed that. I was really interested in the pilot. The way that it felt sometimes had like a Frank Miller like Sin City vibe. Did you like catch any of
No,
that?
I totally thought that too. I think, like, especially that one of the early shots where Joe Blake is walking through this like alternate universe New York City. It had a very like cinematic comic book feel of just like he was walking through like Times Square, and there's like a big swastika on like one of the big screens, and it's like, yeah, very stylistic and still like 60s and stuff, but yeah, they've kind of gone away from that in the finale here. It's a little bit more basic sci-fi. Like still premium, expensive looking, but
Yeah.
a little more generic sci-fi.
Yeah. I mean, I'm into it. I'm into portals to other dimensions.
A lot of shows did it right.
Steven
You
Root.
know, Stargate did it. Sliders did it. Deep
Other
Space Nine did it.
Voyager.
Voyager did it. Yeah.
That's just.
Yeah.
That's
I
just
think
wormholes.
I think I'm at where you guys are at in that I'm intrigued. I think another thing that sells me on it is that it's only 10 episodes per season and there's only 4 seasons.
Right.
For like a
There's at least that much pandemic left.
yeah,
so.
exactly. For for like, you know, a deep drama like this seems pretty action packed if you know, there's only 40 episodes and the last episode literally is like the end of the war. So, like, it's probably a lot of stuff going on in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. Should we see how we did in predictions? I'm pretty pissed.
I was aggressively wrong on things.
Yeah.
Agreed, I think. Jimmy, you went first last time, so I suppose you should show us what's that.
Okay. I thought Trudy killed Joe, and that's inconclusive. I still hope so. It still could be possible. I'll have to watch more of the show to find out. The Nazis are defeated?
I mean, no.
Right?
They-
I mean, if
They
anything,
called up
they kind of
The
gave up.
Nazis. I don't know if this counts as the war. This war is not over. I don't believe at all that the war is over. I think this action is done.
I think, like, I'm led to believe that this is a turning point. Like, the resistance people had taken over the airwaves and had spread their message. And telling people to resist, but like I don't think that they have any strategic position yet that the Nazis would necessarily surrender.
Sure.
If this show was going had 6 months to a year longer in this world, then I bet the war's over. But who
Yeah.
knows?
It wasn't really clear what like the second in command. Anyway, okay. JFK is not the president. And it was not time travel. It was portals.
Seems like it was dimensional travel at most.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a
That's
big
a
old
0.
donut? All right. Well, let me follow you up on my zero train, Jimmy. Number 1, I said Hitler isn't dead, but I wouldn't call him human. I think Hitler's dead.
He might be dead.
He was dead. If he was alive, we don't know. So
Yeah, the Reichsfuhrer had like a painting of him in the background, I think.
well, sure.
But that's
Who
all we saw
doesn't?
of Hitler.
When I die, I want you to have a painting in your parlor of me. So,
Oof.
so that's not it. I said the Japan and the U.S. resistance team up. That's also not known at all.
Mhm.
Seems like there's a resistance still, and this other like kind of like black militia, like army, like nation potentially.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they're the same as well, but I didn't see like a reference to like the country of Japan teaming up with anybody in
Mhm.
America.
They had their own stuff they were dealing with, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juliana dies in a grand gesture.
No, she's fine.
No, she's fine.
Not a scratch on her.
Doing well.
Should have said Helen. Helen died in a grand gesture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't know Helen's name in the first episode, so that was my problem. And the most disappointing of all, I did not see a blimp.
Yeah. They went
This
by
was your
train.
time.
Train, plane,
Yeah.
Automobile. I saw all of those.
I like looked away for a second, and then when I looked back, I saw that like the Reichsfuhrer was traveling, and I was like, "Oh, is this a blimp?" And then no, it was just a train.
Just a train. So 0 points.
I think I'm also a 0. I had that Juliana has a child, and she does not. She's still, busy fighting with the resistance. I had that at the time, Obergruppenführer is now a full-on resistance fighter, and much the complete opposite. He's only risen in the Nazi ranks to top American Nazi.
Top-notch Nazi.
Yeah. I had that a member of the Kennedy family is a prominent politician, and there wasn't any mention of Kennedys. There is a mention of J. Edgar Hoover, but no Kennedys. I had that we see someone playing video games, and I didn't think we saw that.
Did see some weird technology, some
Yeah.
advanced tech, but
You even saw like a video phone,
yeah,
but
that's interesting.
but no video games.
A video phone and a cool train.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. All right. Well, we all didn't do great on points, but man, I hope we found a new good show to watch for our consolation prize.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great. Well, I mean, I guess that's it. That's this podcast for this week. It's officially ending. If you guys, listeners, if you would like to hit us up with show suggestions or other comments and whatnot, you can do that at FNL Podcast on the Gmail or on the Twitters. And then also with whatever you're listening to this on, hit subscribe on that thing and then rate us 5 stars because that's fun. And like the person that, suggested this show, you too can have your voice heard on First and Last. I'm trying to talk smoothly now. I don't know why I'm doing that. But yeah, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week for one more. Goodbye.
One more? There's just one?
Yeah, I made it kind of sound like that was it. It's not just another one.